Right. Oh yeah. Magic, it's such a cool game, man. You work with probabilities all the time. It's cool to see how probabilities work, or how do I say that? It's cool to see probabilities at work. Gonna do a good pile shuffle. Such a pain. I don't know, people do it, Jesus Christ. I have the hardest time to shuffle cards, dude. And it looks like I have the hardest time to shuffle cards because I fucking do. Oh, fuck's sake. 60 cards isn't that bad. The most leave 100. Christ. So part of my theory when I build is you want to have your opening hand. Hold up. You want to have your opening hand be something that you don't have to shuffle half the time because you have too much high casting cost and you're hoping to get a hand that has lower casting cost. So for that you have to shuffle. Not a big fan of that strat. Instead, I want my hand to be really good right away. Especially if you do 1v1, you're going to drop cards every time, you know. Unless it's much more forgiving multiplayer if you do a Paris Mulligan also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's take a look at this opening hand. What do we have? We have two things that cost 2. Seems really good with Isshin. Bolt Hound and Anointed Procession. So nothing here makes the 1/1s that I need to make, but I still think it's good enough. And we will make people sacrifice stuff a lot. I think that is probably good enough. We can see here the fast land, just an all-star with your starting hand.
My dog, but the constant shedding, not so much.
I would probably keep this hand because it's good enough. Now this would be, this is like a battle cry thing. Much better if you have creatures.
And that was from just one swipe.
Jesus Christ. Okay, this is kind of a weak hand to start with. But we will. We'll draw a card. Impact Tremor. See a lot of support cards already. Next turn. Get the gold stuff. Put this down. Put Lucille, I assume. Turn 3. We're gonna need a land here. Drop Isshin. Turn 4. We have a lot of support cards. So it's not the best hand because it was a lot of support cards. Probably should have mulliganed. Can't even equip. And keep putting stuff on the floor, but nothing's happening. Can have people, somebody's commander is out. You can put this. You can make them sack creatures, but this is a little early. So let's mulligan this hand. See, the issue again comes up that the first issue that, or the last issue that comes up for me is the too many support cards problem. So we take note of that. And when we make changes, we're going to look at the count of how many support cards we have. Support cards are when you need like other cards to make them really shine. Can't have too many of those, because you end up in this situation where you got nothing to play. Cut 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Playtest Isshin. 1 land. That's too bad. But we can see already the quality of the hand that we have, right? So a lot of things that cost 2, 3, 4. This would have been a really cool hand. You know, we have an ascendancy, which will also make creatures. Shuffle this. Oh, it's good. Oh. Yeah. 2 hands that are pretty weak, I feel. Oh, come on, show me the magic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 hand, that's 1 land again, that's unfortunate. Never keep this. A lot of cards that cost 4, we can see. It's kind of a problem, isn't it? Even when it comes to cutting cards, sometimes it's necessary. Even though they're really, really good. Your curve sucks. I think that's some pretty bad luck. There's a lot of stuff that cost 3 and less in here. To get like fucking 4 out of 5 cards that cost 4. Come on. Hey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Oh my god. This is the shit. Alright, look at the shit. That's what I'm talking about. Got some cards that cost 2. Especially this guy. This guy can come in a little later, or just like after those, because it's when those do attack and the 1/1s attack that then you can cast this and hurt. So this is like a turn 4, turn 5 card. So that's really cool. And it only costs 2. Got enough lands. We got a good curve. We got Krenko. Great hand. Let's go. Not even gonna draw. Land. Go. Draw. These are basics, by the way. Gonna drop the Niblis of the Urn. right? So when it attacks, let me put this aside here. When it attacks, I will tap a creature next turn. Add to exile, that's super cool. Put another basic. We could cast, here we could cast Isshin, but Isshin can come a little after because Kranko needs to attack first. And then we'll cast Isshin when Kranko is ready to attack, right? So Isshin also comes a little later, like turn 5 or so, and really fucks people up. We got Kranko, he doesn't have haste. Niblis can attack for 1. You should always attack if you can, that's all I have to say. Next turn, draw. Got a Hell Rider, that's really fucking good. Got another land, let's crack it. Go get a card. We'll get this like a shock or something. Don't want to think about it. You could put a tapped land here because I don't think I have anything to cast. At 4. Let's go get a basic. Oh. I like when you don't have to think about it when you search your deck for a land like that. Just pick up the first that comes up. That's really fun. And that has to do with the fact that I have all the colors that I need-ish, you know? So what's the best play here, chat? 4 mana. Hellrider? Isshin? Brimaz? Throne? What do you guys think? I think with 3 opponents, you would definitely have someone you can attack that doesn't have any blockers. Plus, with this, you can tap their blockers. You know? And then it's gonna make 1. And make other ones. So we can totally do that. And if we can, I think it's useful to put, you know, something like Hellrider so that they do damage. And this is gonna be ready when Isshin comes out. But I think even better than this is Brimaz. So this could have been a tapped land, like the Triumph. Triumph would have been really good here because it's all the basics. But you want to put Brimaz because you want to be able to attack with it, and it doesn't have haste. And then you swing. Then we make 2 goblins. They're not tapped and attacking. We have 2 goblins. This one it tapped something. We can still hurt the biggest players for 2 and 3. So that's 3 damage. Okay, that's absolutely fucking nothing. But let's see what happens next turn though. Draw a card. Thundering Raiju. I think that's really good. So here, Hellrider doesn't do as much as Thundering Raiju does. Plus it's early. Not everybody can block a 3/3, aka 4/4 or 5/5 if we want to. 4/4. Like these can wait. These 2 here. Because they will both do a lot of shit when there's a lot of creatures. You know, Isshin could already be out. Turn 5 we could go like Isshin Throne. You know, then Hellrider turn after. Let's cast Thundering Raiju for 4. You can't see it. Okay, 4 mana. Attacking phase. Boom. Vigilance. Sure. Attack. 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 I'm gonna tap somebody's creature. I'm gonna swing this and the 1/1 it creates. When it says on the battlefield tapped and attacking or whatever, I think you have the choice. You can choose who you want to attack. Oh, so it's the wrong cats. You got the wrong cats. I need cats with vigilance, not lifelink. Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay. So imagine it has vigilance, it's attacking also. You kind of choose, and you know, if you need to attack the player with the least creatures, then you fucking do that. You know, that's fine. The goal is to grow. So we're growing this guy to 2. Putting down, is it 1? Oh, it's 3 goblins now. Jesus Christ. These also attack, by the way. Attack the player with the least creature if you want, it doesn't matter. So 3 more goblins. Thundering Raiju. So this is gonna tap something. Thundering is gonna get a +1 and deal 1 to each opponent. Wait, 2 to each opponent. Because there's 2 modified creatures. That's a total of how much damage? So say I tapped like, say I attacked like the player who has a 1 or 2 creatures. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 12, 14 damage. Right, so the turn before we did what, 4 or 5 damage, 3 damage, some bullshit. Now we're doing 14 damage. The power of scaling. Now hold on to your fucking boots, because next turn people are fucking getting out of this game. Hopefully you can see most of that. Okay, draw. Nice, a land. Let's go get a land. I'll put a shock, take 2 damage. Please. Alright, now we have 5. This is fucking sick. If we cast Hellrider here, it's gonna deal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage to 1 player. But if we cast Isshin for 3, and then swing with everything. I'm just gonna do that because it's easier, but I don't like half tapping. So now they all trigger, and then they all trigger again. So they all go to the stack once, and then they all go to the stack again. So this goes to 3. I like to make the tokens first, so we make 4 tokens. 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. That's just with Kranko. Niblis is gonna tap 2 things. Thundering Raiju is gonna boost the Niblis, I think, because it's flying and it's good. And Rimaz is gonna make another cat. Attacking. Oop, it's not tapped though. These are not tapped, so they defend also. Unless I'm missing something, then it triggers again. This goes to 4. We make 5 fucking more tokens. That's a total of 9 new tokens. They're untapped. Thundering Raiju puts a +1 on something. We'll put it on, and it did 3 by the way to everyone. Yeah, I did forget something. Let's put a +1 on Brimaz. Then it's gonna deal 4 to everyone. So already everyone took 7 damage. You know, and we have about, let's count. Wait, anything else? Oh yeah, a cat. Another cat. Oh. Right. Five, 6, 7 +4, 11 +4, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 1, 2, 3. So that's 20 damage. 23. Alright. And, you know, some of them are gonna die, say, like, I don't know, some bullshit. Then I'm gonna throw the Throne of God Pharaoh. Also have a path to exile if I wanted to really destroy something that doesn't kill before the blockers, most likely. But then if I throw in the Throne of God Pharaoh, this is all untapped. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage to everyone. So already everyone's life is below 20 at this point, even though I just attacked one player. And you know, one of them is dead, or 2. Then we have 9 more tokens that are gonna trigger this next turn. Yeah, as you can see, it requires a board wipe. They don't have it, it's game over. Have a bunch of blockers. Too much damage. And that's turn 5 or something? Turn 6? You know, we can kill them fast. Nobody's attacking you because they've got a block with everything they've got. Fast Isshin. It's not like the official name, but it's what I keep saying, so I guess it's official. We'll call it Fast Isshin. Let's try another. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Look at this. This is so cool. Everything's convert mana cost 2 and 3. Like, this is fucking fast. Only 2 lands though. And this is just one color, so it's probably gonna be black. But then I can't cast this if it's black. I think multiplayer. I would definitely keep it. Yeah, let's draw a card because most of the time it's multiplayer. Okay, let's go. Turn 1. Oh wow, Signal Pest, dude. What a luck. Inspiring Vintage, fast land, untapped, Signal Pest. Go. Draw. Nice, a land. Now we can totally cast this guy. There's already enough Battle Cry. It's gonna be really sick, but we need more. We need more like beef, and there's no beef. There's Mardu, a little beefy. Oh, that's one idea. I could do like things like this here. You know, where like every 2/1 makes deals damages, and they get bigger. And but I still don't. I think after 2 or 3 turns of this, it's not gonna be enough. Then I think it's better to make angels, right? I can't attack with this. It's not gonna do anything. Put this shit on the side here. Okay. Turn 3. Draw. A removal. It's always good to see a removal, so it's kind of hard to remove. I'll go get the... What do I get? Black, white, or red? I don't really need 2 black in my deck. I already have 2 red. I might need 2 white, so I'm going to go get another white. There's a lot of white. Lose a life. By the way, this land here, I think in every 2-color deck you should play it. And every 3-color deck would probably play it. And unlike like this card, for example, which only goes into black and red decks, both black and red, and everything else that has black and red, like 3 colors and 4 colors, these all go in every color, like the black red, the black blue, the white blue, the red green. I think this land is underpriced. It's gonna keep going up, chat. You should think about it. That black, right? Oh, looks like a black land. It's here. That's all that matters. There it is. Oop. Oh, whatever. Be done. So what do we cast first? Isshin or this? Isshin with this would be insane. This also needs to be cast at some point. And I mean, so does this. You know? And this is fucking good too. So these are the questions of the deck. You know, there's so many things you can cast turn 3. What's the best? There is a good choice. There is a real good choice. And I do think that scaling is important. A little bit like when you put your mana rocks early, you want to put your scaling options early also. And this is one of them. I'll play this. Mardu Ascendancy. And then we're going to attack with Signal Pest. And it's going to make non-token creature. So I put a 1/1 red goblin. Tapped and attacking. This also triggers, by the way, the battle cry. And so if you stack it so that like this, and this, so this one resolves. And then it says whenever this creature attacks, each other attacking creature gets +1. So this goes on the stack because it when this creature attacks. So what's on the stack? Each other creature gets +1. So this one gets +1. It's a 2/1 swing. Just at something or someone, you know. Then it stays here. Draw. Doesn't seem like much right now. Gotta launch the fleet. If this goblin passed, say on somebody, and it still can pass, then we would put probably Raid Bombardment. Let's try Raid Bombardment. I've never tried it. Or even Mardu Strike Leader. Kind of hard to decide. This might not be the right card for this deck. Let's put Mardu Strike Leader. The Mardu Strike Leader here doesn't have haste. Signal Pest attack. Can't be blocked except by flyers. This guy can attack. This triggers. This trigger. This trigger. Resolve first. Put a goblin. Captain attacking. Battle cry resolves for both of them. There's 4 powers. Boom. Okay. Pretty slow. Pretty slow. Next turn. Draw. Oh, we have a land. We'll use it as a land. 4 mana. Right, so you can see one would have thought maybe Isshin with Seraphic Sword right away would have been right, but I didn't have the 4 mana to use it, right? But now I would. I'll cast Raid Bombardment just to try it. Keep my Wasteland, threatening, attacking with everything. Boom. Okay, so we do trigger, trigger, trigger. So they resolve on the opposite side. The 1/1 Goblin first comes in, then the 2/1 from Mardu comes in, then the Battle Cry resolves. They all get +1. So they're all 2/1s and a 3/2 or 3/1. 3/1. It's a lot of damage. when this one, and no, not this one. When this one, and this one attack, this triggered for each of them, making everyone lose 1 life. No, just the player. Okay. So that player is by far under 30 by now. Or after the attack. Still feels a little slow. And I'm thinking this might be the cause, but this will also win me the game. Draw. Land, that's a slow land, comes into play untapped most of the time. We're gonna take Isshin out. We're gonna cast Isshin. We might be able to blow somebody's land if they're a little late or they can't do anything for some reason. Now that we swing with all of this, everything triggers twice. So trigger. So this one resolves first. There's 5 creatures that have power 2 or less, dealing 1 to that player for 5. We put another 1/1. We put another 1/1 elf. Nice work. Goblin. Then we put a 2/1. Then they all get battle cry, all of them ish. And then they trigger again, dealing. So these don't trigger this another time. It's already triggered for 5 again, so 10 damage. So that player is now under 20. And put another goblin. Put another 2/1, and they all get battle cry again. So now we have a bunch of 3/1s attacking. It's gonna kill someone. So it looked a little slow, but it did manage to kill someone at this point in the game. But yeah, a little bit too many support cards, you know, happening here. We had this sword we still haven't used. Signal Pest did a lot of work with this guy, of course. These are great. And this ascendancy, this can come a little later, you know. And then if we don't have this and we have the sword, sure, it's good. I could have played the sword earlier if we had a land. Isshin, sword, make some 4/4s, do more damage. I don't know if it would have been more damage, but cool. Next turn would be a guy that makes my humans fly, dude. So this one would fly. This guy would fly. We'll make 2 angels, 4/4s. We have a bunch of creatures that are attacking probably someone else. Somebody's losing upwards of 12 life just with raid bombardment and Isshin double trigger. And about 20 damage overall. Mother of Ruin comes in a little late. Okay, let's do it again. One more time. And then we move on. Come on, give me a banger. Banger. Oh. Need a banger. Oh. Okay, what am I doing? What's going on? Mr. Biscuit, what's good, man? I'm a little late, I apologize. Oh. First time chatter, look at that. Thanks for passing by, man. I'm making my secondary video. So today's first video was about Isshin, the deck itself and all the cards. Now this second video is about playtesting. So just giving an idea to players of, even for a commander deck, just how fast things be. And it's a fair deck too. It's a fair, what we call a fair deck. And then my third video is going to be about the cards I don't put in this deck, but a lot of players would, and I will explain why. So check that out if you want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, that's pretty fucking good, but no lands. I mean, it's a little unlucky with 32 lands, right? So 32 lands is just the same as 33 lands, which is 1/3 of the deck. If you calculate 7 cards times 1/3, it's 2.3. So I should have 2, sometimes 3 lands, and I had 1. And there are some ramp spells, so if you add those up, six, 7. Oh, no lands. So unlucky. This is just bad luck. That's all it is. I'm okay with that. You know, I can't control that. That's randomization at its finest. What's the land count, chat, so that your hand always has one land? You know what the land count has to be, so you only have 1 land? Pretty simple. Fuck. Let me try to explain this as I handle this bullshit. So 1 land out of 7 cards is a fraction, 1/7. Multiply that by 100, I believe. Which is the same as 1 times 100, so 100 divided by 7. What's 100 divided by 7, chat? 15? So this fucking deck is telling me I have 15 lands, but I have 32. Because I only have 1 land per hand. So that's bad luck. That's all it is. You don't have to change your deck. You just have to understand that it's bad luck. Everything's fine. Everything's normal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, so we got 2 kind of evade maneuvers in the flying technology. They both give the same flying technology, but I would hope it would be different. We do have Lucille, which is probably going to be an all-star. Martin, but nothing to make a lot of creatures. And the impetus again to goad stuff. But as soon as I put the impetus on someone with Lucille, they're gonna sacrifice it, right? Bad hand. Cool. So too much flying tech and goad and Lucille don't go together very well. Although multiplayer, I would have goaded something and then attacked someone else, you know? All on that player. You and me and you. Everybody's goaded and happy. We're all gonna kill the same player. Come on, give me a killer, man. Give me a killer hand, baby. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh la la. This looks pretty badass. I think this works, Chad. I think this works. So we have 2 lands just to show you. Curse of Opulence, a Battlecry Goblin for 2, Tilano Talani for 2, which makes creatures, but you have to pay, so she's a little later. Adeline makes creatures for free, a lot of them. Can't wait to try her. I haven't tried her yet. And Hero of Bladehold is a proven card in this deck. Let's go. I'll draw. Great. So the slow land is fine. take 2 life. Put the Curse of Opulence on somebody. The somebody that we mostly will attack. Draw. Oh god. Take 2. Drop the battle cry can wait, but it doesn't have haste. I think I'm gonna go with this guy anyway. I don't think there's much of a difference. It's just some fucker. 2. Draw. Alright, slow land comes into play untapped. Beautiful card, beautiful. Throw in Adeline for 3. I believe. But I think. Am I wrong? No, I think it's right. I think it's right. Because yes, of course, I can make like the treasure, you know, right away. Then I could cast like 2 things that cost 2, right? But you want to scale. So Adeline is correct. I'll just keep the treasure. Love those guys. Love those things. Untap. Draw. Another goad mechanic. Okay. So what happens if we get Isshin out? I think Isshin here is fucking good. But yeah, I think there's nothing better than Isshin. So we'll cast Isshin. Attack with Goblin and Adeline. So we stack them in a way that Battle Cry attacks first, so it resolves last. And this would also be first to resolve. So we go like 1, 2, 3. And then with Isshin 1, 2, 3 again. Sorry, you can't see shit. Is this better? And so basically they resolve like this. I make a treasure. Adeline makes, what does she do? Whenever you attack, for each opponent, create a 1/1. Tap the human, tap the token, tap an attacking. That player or the planeswalker they control. So basically for each opponent. So 3 opponents, they just go there. Then Battle Cry resolves, goddamn, and gives +1 to all of them. That's fucking cool. Then this triggers again. Make another treasure. This triggers again. Well, I mean, it did trigger again. Just 1 sec. Want to make it look good. Do this. So 1 for each again. Remember, these are already battle cried, so they're 3 1s. And then battle cry resolves again. For all of them, but these are just 2 1s and these are now 3 1s. And this also, by the way, is fucking huge. Her power is equal to number of creatures. So there's like, it's a 10-4. And we got this. And I bet I'm missing a trigger again, but moving on. Where are my cards? Cool. But then, I've heard a lot of people of like everyone else was attacked by 3 and 1 and 2, so that's already 5 for them. They blocked, stuff like that. If they block correctly, they might take less damage, probably maybe kill this, probably kill this. Let's say this is dead, because they're like, holy shit. And like 2 of these are dead for some reason. Then after that, I could put the blade and goad something, or just the impetus and goad something. I wish I could cast this, you know. But goddamn, I cast Isshin already. I'll put the martial impetus on something. So say you have like a beefy blocker that killed like something here. Now it's going to attack the other player. So your turn, and then you attack that player. That player defends or takes damage. Now my turn, your creature is tapped, that is goaded. And maybe I get to swing at you again, draw, land. Love these flip lands. Didn't even think about it, just fucking dropped it. Didn't even have to think about it. Didn't have to think, oh, the other side would be good, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't matter. Love them. This is all gone. Bloop. Now, what do we cast? I think Eero wants to be on the field. Tilonali is going to be great whenever I activate her. Honor-cropped captain would be fun. So, I think I would cast Hero here. Of course, I have 2 whites, 1, 2. Attack again. Poop. I make another treasure. Some 2/1/1s. 3/1/1s. Probably 3 players alive. Blau. Isshin could probably attack somebody, I suppose. There's gotta be someone I can swing at. Being goaded and shit. And then, anything else? Then we make another treasure. And put more 1/1s. There's no battle cry going on, but there's quite the battlefield. And then after that damage is done, sacrifice this. Maybe put the Thirsty Blade, or because there's a lot of them, a battle cry trigger. Alright, next turn, because it's almost done. Say 2 of them are dead. But the Captain's Claws will attach this to her, leaving a mana open. Attacking phase, same thing. Fucking hello. Like, these can all go now on like one player and really focus on that player. Try to take someone out. So the first person that should be out, you know. If it's not the turn before, it's gonna be this turn. So this creates 3/1/1s. Brap. Let's say this attacks also, and Isshin. Everybody should always attack. Unless you really can't attack with Isshin, for example. We'll create a treasure. We will also trigger this first, and so it resolves last, giving everyone +1. Then another treasure. Oh, by the way, this guy needs to swing. Oh, and this thing's attached to it. Hold on to your fucking cats. So this guy swings, battle cry. So these things all trigger. I can go slowly if you want. Take these out. Take this out. Okay, let's start again. So we got like 6 or 7 of them already, swinging out the same player, at the same player. Battle cry, 1/1s, 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 treasure. Okay. All right, it's not that hard. It's just it seems to. Some reason I put my cards right every time. You stack them like this and they resolve like this and it works out. So treasure for this, a 1/1 for you, 2/1/1s for you. So yes, because they resolve backwards. So I said this. I said battle cry, creature. Ah, okay. Battle cry, creature. Treasure. So treasure, creature. Some of them are goblins, I suppose. Battle cry. A little confusing because they don't give battle cry to themselves ish. you know, but that's it. Treasure? Treasure? Remember, we still have the mountain here, so we can still cast something at 3. Creatures? Creature? Creature? Actually, 2 more. That's a creature. Shaped like a boot. Battle cry? Battle cry? So at this point, with 2 battle cries twice, that's there, some of them are like 5 something. So it's gonna kill 1 or 2 players, 2 or 3. Actually, 2 or 3 players. And the last ones are like 3 1s. Oh, that's enough to kill someone for sure. For sure. That's so much damage. That's why when you put the creatures down, sorry, there's so many creatures. When you put the creatures down, at tapped and attacking, you have to kind of think about the battle cry beforehand and how many times you get it, so you understand what power they're gonna be. Like, are they gonna be 3 1s or 4 1s or 5 1s? But when you put them tapped and attacking, right? When you put them tapped and attacking, you know how much damage someone is supposed to take, so they should be going this way or that way, you know. But yes, it's fucking madness. This is fucking madness. I have 3 mana. I'll fucking go the last creature alive. Not bad. What do you guys think? It's fucking insane or what? It feels fucking good. In terms of a fair deck, it's fucking death. It's just fucking death. And so, you know, that's what I want to steer my deck to be. You know? That's how I want to steer my deck to what my deck should do. Doesn't look like much at first when you put little things that are costing 2, 3, 4. But then if nobody deals with them, it's gonna be 5 damage, then 20 damage, then fucking 25, 30 damage. Cool. The real problem is the Wrath of God, you know, board wipe. That's the main issue. So I want to be able to like have cards that are able to I'm able to play and they pack a punch enough, like Winota for example, so that I can keep whatever I draw in case there's a board wipe. So I can do it again after the board wipe. Rather than hold the counter spell up when I don't really have the mana because I tap out. And be able to kill fast enough so nobody's able to play the board wipe, right? But yeah, you can see the potency if you want. A little more. Very potent. Okay, let's move on to the next. Let's move on to the next video where we are going to talk about cards that I don't put in the deck and why. But for that, I want to display kind of want to display a little bit. Let's do something like this. Imagine you have a video about Isshin and you end up looking at these things and you're like, what the fuck are any of these, dude? That's what I want. That's the thumbnail.